Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting. My name's Josh Hall. This is the Doghouse Racing League Tuesday night ARCA series brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet here on Intensity Racing, Intensity Broadcasting, excuse me, on iRacing. It's been a day. I apologize in advance. But yeah, we're getting ready for the final race before the chase here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. We'll get the board up on the screen so you see where everybody's at. Currently fastest driver, Joette Murphy in the 104. Jamie Horn sits back in second. Ken Byers third. Tanner Honeycutt and Tyler Millette, your top five. Around this short half mile, very tricky and technical half mile speedway. This is the newly paved version of North Wilkesboro Speedway, bringing it back into the 21st century. Of course, as always, very unique racetrack as well. We'll ride along here on the roll bar. And you'll notice as you go down the front stretch, you're actually going downhill. Down into the corner, and as you go off of turn number 2, you go back up the hill. So this track is on a hill. Your braking points going into 1 are totally different than your braking points going into 3 due to the elevation change. And it makes it a very unique and fun racetrack for these drivers. Of course, being a short track, you'll see these drivers running all over the place looking for grip. Right now you see Tanner Honeycutt running the low side here in 3 and 4. See if he stays up on the high side here through 1 and 2. No, he's going to work his way back down to the bottom. So, kind of diamonds the corner there through turns 1 and 2. So, a lot of different ways that you can run this track. Let's take a look at our points coming into tonight. Again, everything resets next week. Jamie Horn, currently your points leader. He has a 66-point lead over second place Justin McMahon. Jonathan Smith sits back in third. Chris Leftwich in fourth. Both those drivers moving up a spot. Brandon Trush loses 2 spots, falls back into 5th. Sue Bonomo stays in 6th. Big mover, Ken Byers, jumps up 4th spots in the 7th. Jason Ross stays right where he was in 8th. Then Mike Leftwich and Christopher Simon round out your top 10. We'll leave this on the screen so you can see where your favorite driver is currently in the point standings. Of course, as always, we have the chat open as well. Let us know who you're cheering on here tonight. As we've got about 40 seconds left here in practice before we get qualifying underway. You see, this is Travis Neiman trying to figure this track out, running the higher side. Really easy because of those different braking zones to really overdrive 1 and 2 as opposed to 3 and 4. I always felt like I had a better shot coming off of turn number 4 than I had going into turn number 1. So time is about to expire. We're about to get qualifying underway. Again, this is the last race before we start our 3-race chase. The distance will be 135 laps here tonight. We'll stage at lap 68 if we do not have 2 cautions. Of course, if we have 2 cautions, we'll pay off the stage points, but there will be no yellow. And then we'll round out the season, Charlotte, Darlington, and Phoenix. Let's see who our first drivers are to make their way out onto the racetrack. We see Christopher Simon starting his qualifying attempt. See Tyler Millette coming across the start-finish line as well. Christopher Simon just jumped up to the top of the leaderboard. Simon Joe's 5th quickest on that qualifying attempt. Here's Anthony Smith, coming off a turn at number 4. His first lap's going to move him up into the 7th position as he comes down into turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, Tyler Millette jumps to the top of the leaderboard. Brandon Tresh currently in 2nd. Here comes Smith through turns 3 and 4. Quick qualifying attempts here for these drivers here tonight. Just 20-second laps, and Smith going to move up into the 6th position. Here's Stephen Bonomo coming to take the green flag on his qualifying attempt. Right down to the bottom of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Again, right down to that white line. Off of turn number 4, Bonomo's first lap is going to be good enough for the 15th position. See if he's able to pick up some time here as Justin McMahon just went to the top of the leaderboard ahead of Jamie Horn. And Bonomo on his 2nd lap, that's going to be good enough for the 6th position. Here's Tanner Honeycutt. Down into turn number 1. Oh, really slides it there. Really loose there down into turn number 1. He's going to cut it off on his qualifying attempt. That's going to do it for him. Here's Joette Murphy, who was the fastest in practice. See if he's able to do anything here in his qualifying attempt. And he does go up to the top of the leaderboard on his 2nd lap. Here's the 99 of Kenneth Byers down into turn number 3. Coming to take the checker flag on his qualifying attempt. And Byers going to go a little bit slower on his 2nd lap. That's going to keep him there in the 4th position. Mike Leftwich getting his qualifying underway. First lap, or just took the green flag, excuse me. Coming down the backstretch on his first lap, down into turn number 3. And across the stripe, and Mike Leftwich is going to go P19 on his first lap. And across the stripe. And Mike Leftwich going to move up into the 12th position. With about 20 seconds left to go, looks like that's going to do it for qualifying here tonight. As we just wait for the time to expire here in the qualifying session. Of course, we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Kick, over on Twitch, we do appreciate you hanging out with us here tonight. Don't forget that like button, follow, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcast. And of course, tonight's race is brought to you by your series sponsor, Trackside NASCAR Outlet, which is an authorized Lionel dealer with a full line of diecasts, including Cup, O'Reilly's, Truck, driver apparel, hats, and jackets. Trackside NASCAR Outlet offers everything NASCAR, including full-size and mini helmets, jackets, coolers, and more. Stop by and check out their store, follow them on Facebook, or check out their website at www.tracksidenascaroutlet.com. Also want to thank our great partner, Group 6. Rev up your brand's potential with Group 6 at every turn of the Doghouse racing season. As your creative marketing powerhouse, we're here to fuel your success, accelerate your impact, and steer your brand towards victory. Group 6, where every reach is an opportunity to outshine, outperform. Discover more at group6inc.com. Can't forget about our great partner and the Doghouse League's great partner, Butt Kicker. Butt Kicker is a well-known established leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. Check out the full line of Butt Kicker products featured right for you by visiting thebuttkicker.com. Odd History Boy over on YouTube says, woohoo, North Wilkesboro, let's go. Let's take a look at our starting grid here tonight from North Wilkesboro, and Joette Murphy will be your pole sitter with Justin McMahon starting from position number 2. John Smith, Kenneth Byers make up row 2 with Jamie Horn and Tyler Millette back in row number 3. Brandon Trush in the 23 rolls off from the 7th spot with Gary Armillo back in 8th. Steven Minomo and Chris Leftwich make up your top 10. Jackson Sibley rolls off from the 11th spot with Mike Leftwich to his outside in 12th. Bill Gentry will roll off from the 13th spot with Anthony Smith to his outside in 14th. The 117 of Richard Leclerc, he'll roll off from the 15th position with the 08 of Hunter Geyer to his outside in 16th. Jason Ross rolls off from 19th with Michael Dow in 20th. Hunter Foley 21st with Tanner Honeycutt in the 22nd position. Travis Neiman rolls off from 23rd, and Daniel Wilkerson from the 24th spot. And rounding out the field here tonight is the 82 of Matt Smith. So we are going to go one more lap under pacing here before we get going here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. And Joette Murphy going to take the inside. The pace car ducks down on the pit road. And Joette Murphy leads them down to the starting zone. With a green flag will fly, and we are racing here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Justin McMahon on the high side, trying to use as much of that banking as he can. Going to tuck in behind Joette Murphy. No, he's going to try a challenge again on the outside here on the first lap. John Smith already up into the third position, excuse me. And we already got our first caution as a big pileup on the backstretch. See Gary Armillo involved in this one. Travis Neiman. Looks like Hunter Geyer might have been the one to start the whole thing off. So let's take a look here at our wreckage rewind. Here's Hunter Geyer here. Well, looks like we're coming down the backstretch right now. Oh, it actually started well out in front. So we're going to rewind this just a little bit here. Looks like it might have started here with the 7 of Gary Armillo. Catch him already around here. Did he get some help? Get in the corner? No, looks like he just drove it in a little too hard. Steve Bonomo just barely escapes. Jackson Sibley as well. It's the 83 of Chris Leftwich involved. Hunter Geyer. Christopher Simon. Everybody kind of just tries to sneak through here at the end. So drivers on pit road. We see Jason Ross on pit road. Looks like he is... looks like he's getting tires here. Chris Leftwich on pit road. Lots of damage to that 83. He might be done for the evening. As the lights go off on the pace. No, we're getting lights stay on the pace car. We're going to go one more lap at least. In the chat, we see Sungtrack say Warhorse. Kathy Truss says, go Raptor. Good luck, guys. Especially Brandon Trush in 23. Sunshine Sweetie says, let's go, Chris. Sunk Track says, good Lord, that's dangerous. Just giving them pin no matter what. Yeah, we're going to see a bit of that here tonight. I think as the lights on the pace car should be shutting off this time by. And Joett Murphy going to take the inside lane. Justin McMahon to the high side. Ken Byers and John Smith in row 2. Jamie Horn and Brandon Trush back in row number 3 as the pace car gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn down on the pit road. Down into the restart zone where the green flag will fly again. We are back racing here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. This time Joett Murphy all the way up to the high side trying to take that line away from Justin McMahon, and he does exactly that. Now McMahon under attack from Ken Byers back for the second position. Ooh, Jamie Horn got a little loose there underneath John Smith, able to hold on to it. Here comes Ken Byers trying to challenge Justin McMahon for that second position. Brandon Trush going to lose a spot to Tyler Millette a little further back as this battle for the runner-up position continues on. And Jamie Horn able to clear John Smith. He sees these two battling it out right in front of him. This is exactly what Joett Murphy wants to see, that battle behind. As long as they stay 2 by 2 in his mirror, they're going to be slowing each other down. Now Ken Byers gets clear of McMahon. McMahon trying to clear himself of Jamie Horn, but Jamie Horn shoves it down there, puts himself to the inside as they come down through turns 3 and 4 and onto the backstretch. Jamie Horn trying to get position here on Justin McMahon. McMahon currently trapped up on that high side, but he is not giving it up as they go side by side down into turn number 2. And Joett Murphy kind of just riding it out right now. Not pushing too hard, trying to keep those tires underneath him. Here comes Jamie Horn looking down to the inside of Justin McMahon right there on the back bumper of Ken Byers. A little further back, a little battle was heating up back here. Looks like they've sorted things out here in the back. So back up front, Justin McMahon getting freight trained on that high side. As we saw Tyler Millette get really loose there for a moment. Gathers it up as there's a challenge for the lead. Ken Byers trying to take a look down to the inside of Joett Murphy. Byers gets a little loose there on the low side as they lean on each other through turns 1 and 2. Byers not able to clear that 13 just yet as they go side by side, door to door down into turn at number 1. Jamie Horn sees this battle. He's licking his lips. He wants to get right through this. But right now, not able to do anything as they are side by side for the lead on lap number 16. Ooh, a little contact there between Byers. Oh, a little more contact from behind as Jamie Horn tries to loosen up the 99, tries to get the 99 to get a little loose there, try to get by him, but not able to loosen up the 99 enough. Now Justin McMahon back up onto the high side. He's trying to make something move up there. And here comes Brandon Trush looking down to the inside of John Smith. It's the Hornet's Nest right here for the top 6 positions. As Justin McMahon and Ken Byers continue to battle side by side, and Joett Murphy just kind of cruising right now. He's got a battle underneath him with Ken Byers. But just does not look like he's pushing as hard as he could be right now. As we ride along here with the 104 of Byers. As they were almost just 3 wide off the corner, here comes Justin McMahon giving a push to the 13, saying, hey, you need to get going here. As now Murphy moves himself back down to the bottom of the racetrack. So our top 6 pretty much under a blanket, but the rest of the field starting to file in as well. Tyler Millett's right there. You see the 9 of Steven Bonomo, Jackson Sibley right there in the mix as well. Now Joe at Murphy. Oh, we got one around. Bonomo hard into the outside wall. They're still piling in. Oh, Neiman. I don't know if he got punted or just hit too much brake there. Caution flag is out. And that's going to bring up our second wreckage rewind of the night. It looked like it started with the 9 of Steven Bonomo. Yeah, you see the 9 of Bonomo just loose there off of turn number 4. Jackson Sibley nowheres to go. Hard contact with that 9 machine. Same with Anthony Smith there. You see Michael Leftwich locking it down, trying to avoid what's going on there. And the other Shoney's car of Chris Leftwich involved. I'm sorry, Christopher Simon as well. And it looks like Neiman got punted there by the 7 of Armillo, just trying to slow down for the wreck. See if we can ride along here with Gary Armillo. No, I take that back. He was late to the scene there, so Armillo had nothing to do with that one. So a couple of drivers electing to pit here. See, Michael Dow came down pit road. Steven Bonomo, obviously, got some damage fixed. Christopher Simon, Travis Neiman, Hunter Geyer, Gary Armillo, Michael Leftwich all down pit road as the lights on the pace car are off. And we're going to re-rack them, restack them, get ready to refire them here as Joette Murphy takes the inside lane. Ken Byers to the outside as they make their way off of turn number 4, back down to the restart zone. The green flag will fly, and we are back racing here at North Wilkesboro. Oh, some contact between Ken Byers and Jamie Horn. And Jamie Horn now up into the 3rd position, where he's trying to run down that 24 of Justin McMahon. McMahon now down to the inside of Joett Murphy as they go down into turn number 3. Murphy, though, just a little bit too strong for the moment. Saw Justin McMahon try to give a little bump there to the 13, trying to loosen him up. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Murphy too strong on the brakes, able to pull right back in front. And here comes Jamie Horn up on the high side of Justin McMahon, trying to take over that runner-up position. And a reminder, because we've had 2 cautions for incident, we will not have a yellow flag at the stage on lap 68. Jamie Horn, Justin McMahon, side by side, battling out for that second position. And again, that's exactly what Joett Murphy wants to see. He wants to see these two side by side in the mirror. Ooh, Horn got really loose there. Caused McMahon to have to check up to keep from turning the 98. That allows John Smith to get into this mix here as well. Now that Jamie Horn is clear of the 24 of McMahon, he's going to set his sights on the 13 of Joe Murphy. Oh, and Byers goes around on the front stretch. And caution flies for the 3rd time tonight. It looks like it started just in front of Byers. You see the 23 of Trush really loose there. I think he tried to hit his brakes to keep from running over. Yeah, he checked up to try to avoid running into the back of Trush. Locked him up and then almost gets nailed here. I'm not sure who this was. I believe most of the field is going to come down pit road. There comes Jamie Horn, Justin McMahon. See Tyler Millette coming down pit road as well. Richard Leclerc. Steve Bonomo, who was involved in an earlier incident, he's on pit road. Daniel Wilkerson down on pit road. 14 of Mark Dumont, Jason Ross, Neiman. So a lot of drivers electing to come down pit road this time. And Jamie Horn going to beat everybody off pit road. So that is going to leave the top 6 out on the racetrack on the tires they started on. Christopher Simon's going to restart in 7th. He was last on pit road on lap 25. Hunter Foley on the same tires that he started this race on. Then Jamie Horn's going to be the first driver with fresh rubber. As the field makes their way around here under caution. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to refire them here in the final race before the start of the chase. Again, 3-race chase: Charlotte, Darlington, and Phoenix. And Joett Murphy going to lead them back down to the restart zone. He's got quite a buffer between the cars that have fresh tires, though. As the green flag gets ready to wave, we are back to green flag racing. And Murphy already starting to pull away as Brandon Trush and John Smith battling side by side behind. And then Anthony Smith right there in the 4th spot. Jamie Horn on those fresh tires already up into the 6th position. And we're about to see how much new tires makes a difference here. As we are now 25 laps from the stage. Oh, some contact there between John Smith and Joette Murphy. This is a first real battle and the first real challenge Joette Murphy's had tonight. As they slip slide off of turn number 2, Gary Mio saying down and out of the way. Smith trying to get back to that back bumper. Jamie Horn all the way back up into the 4th position. And he is coming in a hurry. Top 4 under a blanket as they come off of turn number 4. Brandon Trush going to lose a position to Jamie Horn on those fresher tires. Here comes Horn trying to make it 3 wide for a second. Thought better of it. Now tucks right back in behind your race leader, Joette Murphy. It looks like Horn's just trying to time this, trying to make a 3 wide pass around the outside of these two as he's got the freshest tires right there on the back bumper of the 13, letting him know he's there. Jamie Horn going to dive it down to the bottom, going to make it 3 wide down into turn number 1. And he's going to use those fresh tires to his advantage as he's going to drive right on by Joette Murphy. Not before roughing up the left side of that 13 machine. But Murphy really holding on that high side for the moment. And Jamie Horn finally going to take over that top spot, putting Joette Murphy back in second. John Smith now. Let's see if he can find a way to take it back as Murphy back down to the inside, going to try to challenge for the lead yet again. Murphy on 37 older tires, lap tires, than Jamie Horn. He's giving him the business here. He's holding on to that top spot as they come off of turn number 2. And Jamie Horn really getting his money's worth here. He's doing everything he can to try to get around the 13 of Murphy, which he finally does. And now on fresher tires, I expect to see that 98 just start to pull away. As we ride right along here with Joette Murphy. Jamie Horn not able to get away as quickly as I thought he would with those newer tires. As the caution flag flies, it looks like it's Travis Neiman and the 4 of Bill Gentry. Travis Neiman on the high side, Bill Gentry down on the bottom. That looks like barely contact, maybe a little bit of net code between the two drivers. They both slow, lazy spin to the inside. That's enough to bring out the caution. As we see a bunch of drivers coming down pit road now. Here's Joette Murphy, John Smith, Brandon Trush, Matt Smith, Jason Ross, Daniel Wilkerson, Michael Dow, Stephen Bonomo, Hunter Foley, Bill Gentry, all making their way down, putting Jamie Horn solidly in the lead over Tyler Millette, Justin McMahon, and Mark Dumont. As we see the 08, that's the lucky dog, Hunter Geyer, coming around the high side. Of course, tonight's series is brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet, which is an authorized Lionel dealer, with a full line of diecast, including Cup, O'Reilly's Truck, driver apparel, hats, and jackets. Trackside NASCAR Outlet offers everything NASCAR, including full-size mini helmets, flags, and coolers. Stop by their store, follow them on Facebook, or check out their website at www.tracksidenascaroutlet.com. Of course, don't forget to check out our great website as well, intensityracing.com, if you're a small-time race team looking for some swag, or you're just trying to get one of Atlee Atman Weiss's racing gears, or some of Atlee Atman Weiss's racing gear, or possibly one of our novelty tees. Check them all out over at intensityracing.com. The lights are off on the pace car. Jamie Horn going to choose the outside here on this restart, putting Tyler Millette to the inside. Justin McMahon and Mark Dumont back in row number 2. Anthony Smith and Christopher Simon row 3. Richard Leclerc and Mike Leftwich back in row number 4 as Jamie Horn leads them back down to the restart zone where the green flag will fly. We are back racing here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. When we cross the line next time by, we'll have just 75 laps to go. Saw Justin McMahon door banging there with Mark Dumont in the 14. Dumont up on the high side. He's trying to hold on to that second position. He's going to clear Millette here down into turn at number 3. Millette, though, fires back on the inside there. 2x2 down into turn number 1. See, Matt Smith down on pit road. Looks like he had a black flag. And he's still showing a black flag, so he's going to have to come back down pit road yet again as Jamie Horn out in front and just pulling away from this group behind. But look at Joette Murphy already up into the 3rd position. He's going to try to challenge Justin McMahon for that 2nd position. As Kevin Brown says, just got home. What did I miss? We've already had 4 cautions for incident. We are just a few laps away from the stage break. Issues for Hunter Foley. He's able to get back going, but something happened to the 6 car here. Oh, ran into the back of Garamillo, hit the brakes and turned it around. Matt Smith finally able to clear that black flag. Unfortunately, he is now being scored 5 laps down. As the battle for the lead is heating back up. Jamie Horn last pit on lap 37. Joette Murphy back on lap 56. So much newer tires on that 13 machine as he tries to find his way around. Jamie Horn, they're going to almost touch down into turn at number 3. 8 tires are better than 4 as Joette Murphy able to get back around Jamie Horn. Move that 13 back into the lead. As they come across stripe this time, this will be the stage. Joette Murphy is going to be your stage winner. Jamie Horn in second. Justin McMahon third. Mark Dumont back and forth. Brandon Trush. Tyler Millette. John Smith. Christopher Simon. Jason Ross. And Anthony Smith, your top 10. So that is halfway through the event. Just 66 laps to go. Jamie Horn all over the back bumper of Joette Murphy. As we ride along here with Joette. Horn trying to dive down underneath. But Murphy just too strong off the corner. Looks like Jamie Horn really good into the corner, but not able to roll center off quite as well as Joette Murphy. Now Horn going to look up to the high side this time. And Murphy just too strong on those little bit fresher tires. He's going to hold on to that top spot. So the battle continues here for the lead. Jamie Horn to the inside. Still not quite able to make that work. Jamie Horn now dives down to the inside, trying to get that position back away from Joette Murphy. But Murphy able to hold him off on that high side. Here comes Justin McMahon. McMahon on the same age tires as Jamie Horn. He last pit on lap 37. Brandon Trush pit on lap 56. So the battle of the tires going on right now. And then John Smith sits back in the 5th spot. He was also just on pit road on lap 56. Ooh, Jamie Horn gets loose down on the low side. He's going to fall all the way back into the 5th position. He's going to sit back there, try to cool those tires off and make another run at it. Meanwhile, here comes Brandon Trush looking down to the inside of Justin McMahon. McMahon into the outside wall. Not really hard enough to do any damage. He's going to continue on, no issues. And again, Joette Murphy seeing exactly what he wants to see in his mirror is this battle for second place between Justin McMahon and Brandon Trush. Jamie Horn right back in the mix here. Sits back in that 5th position as we have 54 coming to 53 laps to go. Ooh, some contact there between McMahon and Joe Murphy. Enough to upset the 13 car, but he's able to hold on to it. Great save from that 13 as Justin McMahon muscles by to take the lead away. And here comes Joette back to the inside, trying to get that spot back from Justin McMahon. McMahon with another shove to the back bumper. Things are starting to get aggressive here at the front with just 50 laps to go. Murphy now starting to pull away from McMahon just a little bit. McMahon with another shot to the 13. So right along here with Joette Murphy. I think Justin McMahon has pretty much worn his stuff out now. He's not able to get close enough to lay the bumper to the 13 of Murphy. As they work around the lap traffic of Stephen Bonomo, that's going to allow McMahon to get right back to that back bumper. This battle for the lead is intense. That's just McMahon doing everything he can with that front bumper. And right now, Joette Murphy able to hold off that hard-charging Justin McMahon. 45 laps to go here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. A little further back, we see John Smith and Brandon Trush battling it out for third and fourth. Somebody just called off that they are pitting this time by. I'm not really sure who I heard. I was Anthony Smith down on pit road as the 82 the 82 stays up and out of the way, allows the drivers, the leaders, to come on by. It was the 82 Matt Smith. And Justin McMahon on those older tires just burns them off. Not able to challenge Joette Murphy anymore as we have just 40 laps to go. McMahon might cool those tires off. I take that back. He might cool those tires off just enough. And he is. He's right back to the back bumper of Joette Murphy. Murphy, though, able to hold on to that car in that top spot as McMahon takes a look down to the inside. And, oh, pushes him. Aggressive move as Justin McMahon takes the lead away. And here comes the 13 trying to repay the favor. He's going to move him up the racetrack to try to take the lead back. And McMahon pushes him down into turn at number 1. Got loose down on the inside. And McMahon again with a door to the bumper. We have just 35 laps to go. John Smith now able to move into the second position. In the chat, Kevin Brown says, won't turn him though. Justin has a lot of respect for clean, hard racing. And that's exactly what we just saw. So, Murphy out in front again. John Smith, though, on the same age tires as that 13 machine, who has not been battling quite as hard with Justin McMahon. So he might have a little bit extra tread on those tires as the caution is out. And it looks like it is for Matt Smith, who is reset, jumped back to pit road. That's going to bring out the wreckage rewind. So here's the 82, and it just parks it down on the apron. That's what brings out the caution. So, Joette Murphy, first car down on the pit road. Justin McMahon on pit road as well. Jamie Horn, Brandon Trush, Tyler Millette, the rest of the field on pit road, except for the 10 of John Smith, who's now going to make his way down onto pit road. So that's going to put Ken Byers out in front. Ken last pit, well, he did just pit. What did he do for... Oh, he took 4 tires and... No, I take that back. Joette Murphy is going to be your leader on 4 tires. Ken Byers gambling here, just 2 tires on that 99. Justin McMahon back in the 3rd position. He's on 4 tires. Brandon Trush on 4 tires. And Ken Byers now falling back. It looks like he's going to have to go to the back of the pack. So I take that back. Ken Byers actually showing he was last on pit road on lap 37. So I'm not sure why he's being moved to the rear of the field. As the field makes their way to the start-finish line, the lights on the pace car do shut off. We are getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. So Joette Murphy going to be your leader. Justin McMahon to the outside. Jamie Horn, Brandon Trush back in row number 2. Mark Dumont, Tyler Millette in row number 3 as they come down to the starting zone. The green flag is back in the air. And we are back racing as the caution comes right back out. And I think it's because there was a black car that was parked down I'm not going to bring out a record rewind. I'm going to see who this car was that was stopped here down on the bottom. I think that was Hunter Foley. So what happened was Foley was way out in front of the field. He parked it down on the bottom of the track to let everybody by. And because the caution came out, or the green came out, and then he was stopped on the bottom of the racetrack, the caution came right back out. So it's going to be a bit of a quickie yellow. I think everybody's going to stay out on the racetrack. So just 23 more laps when they cross the line here to settle it as we work our 6th caution of the race. And Joette Murphy again going to choose, see what lane he chooses here as the lights on the pace car should be shutting off this time by. And there goes Joette Murphy going to choose the inside yet again. Justin McMahon to the high side. Trush and Horn in row number 2. Millette and Dumont row 3. Jason Ross, Christopher Simon back in row number 4. And then Richard Leclerc and Michael Dow in row number 5 as the pace car peels back down on the pit road. As the green flag flies here, we'll have just 22 more laps of racing here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. And there's the green flag. Big jump for Joette Murphy right back to the lead. Justin McMahon about 4 car lengths behind that 13 as they go down into turn number 1. Jamie Horn trying to make a run at it. Brandon Trush down to the bottom. Trush got a little loose down there underneath Jamie Horn. Now he's going to move up to the high side. Trush is. As Horn wraps the bottom, tries to get to the 24 of Justin McMahon. And the caution flies again. This time it looks like it's for the 00 of Jason Ross, who's looped it around on the front stretch. I'll bring out the wreckage rewind to see what happened to the 00 here. And it looks like car just stepped out from him a little too quick on the gas. And then we see Christopher Simon just nowhere to go. So Simon's going to come down pit road. Got a little bit of damage to the front there. Same with John Smith. I think he's got a little bit of damage on the front end of this 10 machine. See what we see when we come around the corner here. Yeah, just a little bit of damage to that 10. So I want to get it nice and cleaned up before we go back green flag racing. Well, you know the old adage, cautions breed cautions. We're working our 7th caution of the night. As the lights on the pace car are still on. So we're going to go at least one more lap. Of course, tonight's series sponsor is Trackside NASCAR Outlet, which is an authorized Lionel dealer with a full line of diecast, including Cup, O'Reilly's truck, driver apparel, hats, and jackets. Trackside NASCAR Outlet offers everything NASCAR, including full-size and mini helmets, flags, and coolers. Stop by and check out their store. Follow them on Facebook or check out their website at www.tracksidenascaroutlet.com. Rev up your brand's potential with Group 6 at every turn of the Doghouse racing season. As your creative marketing powerhouse, we're here to fuel your success, accelerate your impact, and steer your brand towards victory. Group 6, where every race is an opportunity to outshine and outperform. Discover more at group6inc.com. As Jolette Murphy going to take the high side on this restart, putting Justin McMahon down on the bottom as the pace car dives down on the pit road. And Murphy leads them back down to the starting zone. And the green flag is back in the air. We are back racing. 15 laps to go. Murphy able to pull away from Justin McMahon. He's got a big lead now. It's about a half second, about 5 car lengths back to the 24, who is now under attack from Jamie Horn. Ooh, really loose for Jamie Horn down on the inside of Justin McMahon. McMahon able to hold on to that runner-up position for now. Brandon Trush right there in the mix as well. Ooh, issues for Mike Leftwich. Looks like he's been able to get himself back onto the racing surface and out of harm's way. And we stay green. Tyler Millette up into the 5th position. Got a mirror full of the 14 of Mark Dumont. But a great run here for Tyler Millette as Justin McMahon. And as I say that, the caution comes out. It looks like it's for Michael Dow here on the front stretch. See Dow up on the high side. They're 3 wide for a moment. And yeah, Hunter Geyer just nowhere to go. Gets hard into the 60 there. We've got 10 laps to go or 10 minutes to go, whichever comes first in this race. And Anthony Smith going to get the wave around, get himself back onto the lead lap. So we're getting ready for a shootout here. Coming to about 7 laps to go when we take the green flag here at North Wilkesboro. And this time, Joette Murphy going to take the low side on the start, putting Justin McMahon once again up on the high side. Jamie Horn, Brandon Trush back in row number 2. Tyler Millette, Mark Dumont in row number 3. Hunter Geyer. Sorry, that's not Hunter Geyer. That is, it is Hunter Geyer. Ken Byers back in row 4. Row 5 will be Richard Leclerc and Travis Neiman. As the green flag flies once again, we are back racing here at North Wilkesboro, and another big shove here as Justin McMahon back into the back bumper of Joe Murphy, who almost loses it down the backstretch. He's able to hold on to it. And they lean on each other coming off of turn number 4. McMahon really loose down on the inside. Here comes Jamie Horn around the high side. Put himself into the mix here as we have just 5 laps to go when we cross the line this time. As McMahon and Horn go at it, that allowed Joette Murphy to pull away. 5 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Everybody up into the outside wall trying to push as hard as they can to catch Joette Murphy. As here comes Jamie Horn looking down to the inside of Justin McMahon. Just 4 laps to go. Horn to the inside. McMahon to the high side. Here's Brandon Trush right in the mix as well. He's trying to get something to go happen here, watching these two in front of him, waiting for an opportunity to pounce. Down into turn number 3, Joette Murphy coming to take 2 to go in the race. As Horn continues to stay right there on the back bumper of Justin McMahon. Ken Byers gets loose down the backstretch, and Bill Gentry has crashed as the white flag has flown. We will not go yellow. They come down into turns 3 and 4, and Joette Murphy gonna win here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Justin McMahon comes home in second. Jamie Horn in third. Brandon Trush and Mark Dumont round out the field here tonight. As Joette Murphy comes in tonight. First race in a long time, he said. And he's going to park himself here on the start-finish line and celebrate his win here in the Trackside NASCAR Outlet ARCA Series here with the Doghouse Racing League. He's going to park it right here on the start-finish line. Let's take a look at our results. Again, Joette Murphy getting the win here tonight. Justin McMahon comes home in second. Jamie Horn in third. Brandon Trush and Mark Dumont round out your top 5. Ken Byers comes home in 6th. Tyler Millette back in 7th. Travis Neeman in the 8th position. Hunter Geyer and John Smith round out your top 10. Richard Leclerc comes home in 11th with Jason Ross back in 12th. Mike Leftwich, Michael Dow, and Stephen Bonomo round out your top 15. Anthony Smith back in the 16th position. Daniel Wilkerson comes home 17th. Bill Gentry, after getting turned around on the last lap, comes home in 18th. 19th was Hunter Foley and Gary Mio, your top 20. Christopher Simon, Matt Smith, Jackson Sibley, Tanner Honeycutt, and Chris Leftwich round out the field here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway as we get ready to talk to our top 3. We're going to start with our 3rd place finisher here tonight, Jamie Horn. Jamie, you got Josh up the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, great run for you here tonight. Come home on the podium in 3rd. Up 2 spots from where you started. Had not the greatest starting spot, a little further back than we're usually seeing you, but was up front in the mix, led some laps. Talk us through the race.
Yeah, I messed up in qualifying. I gave it a little bit too much throttle coming out of 4, and put me back a little bit. But it was a pretty fun race considering. I mean, had a good time for the most part.
I mean, it's a short track racing. You're expecting to see the cautions. A couple weird ones coming out here tonight. Did that change anything in your mind, the strategy, how you were running this one? Or did you kind of have an idea of how you wanted this one to play out with the cautions?
Yeah, I kind of figured we were going to see the cautions. It short tracks kind of tend to bring cautions, and so it was going into it. We kind of all kind of expected there'd be a few, and I really honestly didn't have a pit strategy in mind how I was going to pit or when I was going to pit. Just that one caution come out whenever I did go and pit. I was like, I'm gonna just go now, and had the race had stayed green to the end, I wouldn't have had to pit again. So that was kind of the plan. I was past that point, and I let everybody go for a few minutes and trying to cool the tires off, and had just started making my run back to everybody when that caution come out, and then we all went and pit, and just not having the right lanes on restarts, or when you're not controlling the restart, it's kind of hard to get a good jump off and time it just right. So it was just a challenge there at the end for that part of it, but I think I got P3, so good finish on the night overall.
Yeah, for sure. And you did exactly what I called. So I said, you're racing a little hard, gonna drop back, cool off those tires, and drive your way back up. And that's kind of what you did there. The last short track for the season. I don't really consider Phoenix much of a short track because it's a little bit longer. But man, it's good to get past the short tracks here. I know you love them, but I know the racing can be a little tough. But great job for you coming home P3 here tonight. Chase starts next week. You're going to be the top seed. And going on to Charlotte Motor Speedway, how do you like your chances at the old Charlotte?
I like Charlotte. It's a track that can get you with tire wear. You can go really fast and burn the tires up at the same time. So it's to me, it's kind of like keeping your momentum in the corners and not eating your tires up at the same time. So it's a fun track. It can be challenging at times. It's just kind of the whole time telling yourself to remember to not kill your tires. So it'll be fun. I look forward to have all of us have a good race there next week.
Awesome, man. Well, of course, great job again, P3 here tonight. Before we let you go here tonight, anyone you want to thank? Any shots you got to give?
Yeah, shout out to you for the broadcast as always. Shout out to Trackside NASCAR Outlet for sponsoring the league. Shout out to Justin on P2. That was a good run by him, and the rest of the team. Good job to all of them. Daniel for everything he does for the league. Shout out to, or I'm not shout out. I want to tell Adam Gardner that the whole league has him and his family in our thoughts and prayers. And shout out to my mom at home watching.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations, P3 here tonight. Good luck as we start the chase next week. I know, like I said, you're the number one seed, so hopefully we'll be talking to you again soon.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You as well. So that was your third place finisher, Jamie Horn. Let's bring in your second place finisher here tonight. Justin McMahon. Justin, you got Josh up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, great run for you here tonight. P2, I know it's a spot lower than you really wanted to be here tonight, but what a run that you had, and quit the battle that you had there with Joette coming down to the wire there. You guys were just leaning on each other, beating and banging all the way through the corner, off the corner. It was great to watch. Talk about what you saw inside the car.
I'm going to have to bite my tongue on what I really want to say about that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really think we should have been able to pull off the win there, but you get guys that come in and have no business racing the way that they do in the middle of the league, and we're almost to playoffs, and it's just it's unfortunate. The guy's really fast and everything I get, but yeah, I'm just not impressed. So I figured he's going to block me and pinch me. I'm going to do the same back to him, and I know a couple times he really didn't like it, but you race how you want to be raced, and I feel like that's what I was doing, and I never wrecked him. Just racing really hard, leaning on each other, and I wasn't able to make it work out. And after that last restart there, overheated the tires and wasn't able to stay up there and run them down. But all in all, good points tonight, I guess, for me. So I'll take it and move on.
It looks like you're going to be coming in when the chase resets as the number 2 seed. So again, great finish for you here tonight. Jamie Horn not getting the win tonight, so I know that kind of helps in the point situation as well, especially finishing ahead of him. Of course, those bonus points for the chase. But great race overall. A lot of cautions. Did you were you banking on the cautions, or were you did you kind of have a strategy in the back of your mind how you're planning on pitting as the cautions came out here tonight?
I mean, I kind of had a feeling there was gonna be quite a few cautions, so I was kind of just trying to run it out as long as I could, and kind of, we only had 3 sets of tires, so I was just trying to split it in thirds and try to save a set in the middle if we could, for if there was any sort of long run. Um, I don't remember what caution was. I think we had like 30 to go, or maybe. I was really hoping it was gonna stay green from there on out. Um, but yeah, no, not really too much thought other than just trying to split it in thirds, if for tires, at least, if the cautions fell right.
Well, they fell right for you here tonight to get P2 here at North Wilkesboro. No more short tracks for the season. We move on to Charlotte to start the chase. How do you like your chances there, Charlotte?
I like Charlotte. That's probably one of my favorite tracks to race at. So hopefully we'll be just as competitive there as we were here tonight.
Awesome, man. Well, of course, I know you're dejected not getting the win here tonight, but congratulations on the runner-up spot. Of course, before we let you go, anyone you want to thank, any shout-outs you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, Doghouse Racing for the league. They put on a great league, and you guys for the broadcast, and Group 6 for the sponsor on the car this season.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck next week into the chase. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Have a great night.
You too.
There's Justin McMahon biting his tongue here tonight. Coming home at P2. We don't have the winner here to interview tonight, so that's going to do it for us here from Intensity Broadcasting here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Again, we want to thank everybody who's joined us here tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, or over on Kick. Don't forget that like button, follow, and subscribe. Check out our great league partners down below in the description. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night as the SCSRA Cup Series takes on Pocono Speedway. So we'll be right back here next Tuesday for the start of the chase. So again, don't forget to hit that like button and that notification button so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. And that's going to do it for me tonight. From all of us here at Intensity Broadcasting, thank you again for watching. As our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say,